But that was then and this is now. What's wrong?
Nothing.
That's why you decapitated the phone?
What?
Here, let me do this.
I'm just trying to reestablish my private law practice. And every time I call somebody, they're out to lunch, they're out to dinner, they're otherwise engaged. When I was going to be senator, they couldn't get back to me fast enough.
Well, just give yourself some time.
Yeah. I'm a civilian again. I guess I got to get used to that.
Is Mike Avey on your list?
Yeah, he's at the top of my list.
Mike and his son are hockey fans. I could get tickets to the Blackhawk game tomorrow night. And you two could schmooze in between brawls.
That's a very good idea.
Mm-hmm. I also read in the Wall Street Journal that a lot of mid-sized companies are getting rid of their in-house counsel, which leaves the territory wide open for smart, energetic, very sexy lawyers like Ross Marler.
Oh, you continually amaze me.
I know. Just call me indispensable. I mean, who else could tie perfect Windsor knots and get tickets to the Blackhawk game and drive you crazy in bed, right? Talk about one-stop shopping.
Yes.
So why are you leaving me, then?
I have to talk to you about that.
I can tell I'm not going to like this.
I'm going to go see Holly.
Why?
Something's come up. It's rather important.
Oh, don't tell me. She called you and you're going to go over there and rescue her?
Now, Blake, let me explain. Would you please?
Hi, Blake. Can I talk to you for a minute?
Michelle, this really isn't a good time right now, okay? Explain.
Why don't we discuss this a little later?
It's really important, Blake. I'm doing a school paper for, over vacation, and it's about my parents. I need to know about when you were staying with my dad. Please.
Good luck with your paper, Michelle. We will discuss this later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. So, you want to hear about the happy part of my childhood? Come in.
So, was my dad strict with you when you were little?
Well, he didn't let me get away with too much. Most of the time he was right.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you've been there too, huh? Ed Bauer's logical lectures.
The worst is when you're in the middle of an argument with him and you realize that everything you're saying is stupid.
But you continue to argue anyway.
You did that too?
Still do. I don't know, Michelle. I think what I remember most about your dad was how loved he made me feel. There was this, well, a long time ago, I must have been about 4 or 5, and there was a kid on the block who had a party, a birthday party, and I was the only one who wasn't invited.
How come?
Oh, I was sure it was because I was so ugly.
You.
I spent a lot of years not liking myself very much. Still working on that one. Anyway, your dad found out about the party, and he called me from the hospital, and he told me to put on my prettiest dress, and he was taking me on a date.
Where'd he take you?
To the zoo. He took the whole day off just to take me to the zoo. And then we went to dinner at the country club, and I'll never forget walking in on his arm and hearing him tell the maitre d', 2 for dinner, and the lady would prefer a table by the window. I felt very loved.
So, then what happened to the girl who was having the party?
Oh, her. Well, I went over the next day, and I showed her everything that I got from the zoo, and then she started to cry.
Because she was jealous.
No, because I hit her. Don't put that in your story, okay? So what, did you get enough for your report, you think?
Yeah, thanks, Blake.
You know, you're very lucky to have Ed and Maureen Bauer as your parents. You'll be very surprised how much smarter your parents get as you get older. Well, some parents anyway.
How are you, Ross?
Not in the mood for phony pleasantries. We have a few things to hash out.
So hash away.
I'm going to reestablish my private law practice. If you're going to get in the way of that, I'd like to know it up front.
Why should I get in your way?
Scott Markle's a potential client of mine. He's also a friend of yours.
So?
So what have you told him so far?
About what?
Holly, don't play games with me. If you sabotage me with Scott, just tell me I'll quit trying to get a hold of him.
You really take the cake, Ross.
And what about Dan Glazer?
The last thing on my mind right now is you and your law practice.
So you haven't said anything to either one of them?
No. But I'd be glad to tell both of them you're a real peach. How's that?
That's fine. Thank you. So how are you doing?
Oh, up and down.
You seem...
Well, I'm tired. I have a lot of work to do.
I was just wondering if you had any trouble, that's all.
Is there anything else?
No, I'm sorry if I upset you, Holly.
I don't have the time right now or the energy, Ross, so you got what you came for. Why don't you go?
Oh, hi.
Hi, I was just going to get ready. I thought we could go to an early dinner. What do you think?
Well, I'd love to, but I have a lot of work to do. Tell you what, why don't we go out tomorrow night?
Sure. Whatever. So, tell me, why did you rush off so fast to see my mother?
An important potential client of mine is also a friend of Holly's.
Oh, let me guess. She tried to do everything she could to ruin it for you, right?
No, she didn't.
She didn't go ballistic when you walked in?
Oh, exactly the opposite. I know, I was surprised, too. But she was so quiet and she looked so tired. I was ready for a fight, of course, but I don't know. It just seems like all the fight has gone out of her.
It's probably another one of her moods. What, did she have one of her famous headaches?
No, she didn't. I think it's a little more than that this time.
Holly will be just fine as long as there are a few good men out there to take care of her.
Blake, you didn't see her today.
Well, yes, I was having girl talk with Michelle. She's a good kid, really. But made me realize that, I should start thinking about moving out.
Why? What for? I thought you loved living here.
Well, yeah, I do, but I'm not sure I can handle Michelle walking in here at all hours and asking me 100 questions, especially now that she's interested in boys.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. So, any ideas?
Yeah. Set a few ground rules. I mean, Michelle's smart. She'll take the hint.
Apparently, I'm not so hot in the hinting around department.
You've got to be kidding me. Look, oh. Before I forget, I found this at my house.
What'd you bring it over here for?
Because I knew you didn't want it laying around my place.
Great, thanks. I was wondering where I put this.